retired, I understand you danced as your job on cruise ships. Is that true?
Oh, that's true, yeah. So, yeah. And that seems very incongruous, but I took up always loved to dance, and I took up tap dancing when I played football. I was very fast. I was the second in the state of Colorado in the 100-yard dash, but not very shifty. So I'd do anything to play football. So I really took up tap dancing and dancing, and it was all part of my life all the way along. And after I retired, I went on to cruise ships as a dance host. And then I met Loretta, and she loved to dance, and we gave all those dance exhibitions. We've danced to all the big ballrooms. We've been out to Catalina Island and danced at the big casino there. We danced to Russ Morgan. We danced to all the local bands here. We danced to the bands in Chicago, St. Louis. So, yeah. We were at Decatur, Illinois, and there was Johnny Kay was the band leader, and I knew him from Chicago. And I brought Loretta over to introduce her to Johnny Kay, and he's on the bandstand. So he reached over and kissed Loretta on the forehead and said to me, "Now you go home." So that was quite an experience. Here we are, bombing the Germans, and you think about war, and we're doing that, but there's a funny feeling somehow within you, what would happen to those Germans if we sank them? And then we think about what would happen to us if they shot us down. So there's quite a bit of feeling that goes into this. Those were feelings that you get somewhere along the line. War, you see war, and somehow it's glorified, but it isn't glorified, and it's panic and terror and suffering, and it's a terrible thing. And so I didn't want anyone to think I was glorifying war in any way. And then I think I talked about seeing the movie All Quiet on the Western Front, and it was about the Germans and the German class of school kids and what happened to them. And that, when I was in grade school, stuck with me all the time. It takes away families. Men are gone. The wives are there. They're left to thrive on their own. Children without dad. It's really just unbelievably terrifying to think about it if you really get into the depths of what is involved in it. It's a terrible thing all the way around. People are just more interested in themselves than really cooperating with other people or being nice to other people, and it's just inherent in people to part of the human existence is to have war. It's just part of the way we are. And here we are. This was 1941 when we got into the war, and look what year it is now. 2017, we're still no better off than we were then, and we're worse, I believe. Things are getting lower and lower. It's just degrading rather than getting better. It's a terrible thing. I grew up as a Catholic, and I really believe that religions are trying to do good, most of them. And there are organizations that are trying to do good, and I really support that type of thing. I think that's important to have people who really are giving so much to try to help others. And sometimes I wonder, we talk about poverty still. Well, when I was a kid, we talked about poverty. I came from Louisville, coal mining town. And we had strikes and people were killed in the mines, and we never had anything, but we didn't know it. But we had to fight for everything, and we hadn't made progress. But poverty was then, we still have poverty. Where's the progress? Where are we getting better? Can't answer that.